Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today we're going to discuss some channel news / updates and my whips and dreams of stuff I want to do for July and August. So up first is kind of channel news and updates. We reached 1,000 subscribers, so yay! Congratulations to you and me. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. The coloring community has been very kind and awesome and open-armed, and I really appreciate that. It's been my pleasure bringing you content and sharing with you all my finished pages and my trials and tribulations and experiments and stuff like that. It has been quite a fun ride. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I very much appreciate it. So that's number one. Number two, before we talk about whips and dreams and all that, I'm gonna start going in a newish direction on the channel. I made the decision just recently, I don't know, in the last week or so, that I'm only going to do finished pages, I believe, every other month. So bi-monthly. So like my last finished pages video I did was for May and June. The next one will most likely be for July and August. August being the month we go back to school, so we're not going to get much done there. But July also, although last year at this time I was just cranking out page after page because I was very new to coloring. However, this year, I'm still very much excited about coloring. That's not an issue, but with the month I have left of my summer break, I have some projects I need to do around the house. There's need projects, and then there's want projects that I need to get done or want to try to get done. There's also a few trips I need to take out of town because I live in the middle of nowhere. So doctor's appointments and just, to go to a town to pick up things that we can't possibly get in the middle of nowhere. So there's lots to be done. So I don't think that I'm gonna put myself more on a when I'm in school coloring schedule to try to get all those things done. So as to not stress myself out, I'm going to just think of my new uploading of finished pages as a bi-monthly kind of thing. Along those lines also, one of the reasons I'm going to also do kind of a bi-monthly uploading of finished pages is I want to do more videos that are how-tos or color-alongs, color and chats, those kinds of things. And those take a lot more time to do and, a lot more time to produce. So if I'm doing that, then I don't have the free time to be cranking out page after page after page. And that's not, I color for myself. I color for process. I don't color for output and outcome. So that's kind of the new direction I want to go in. More of those, and I'm not comfortable doing that, but I did switch my whole studio coloring space around so that I could accommodate that sort of thing. So it's easier for me to film here. I just kind of have to figure out how to do it comfortably. So that's a goal of mine. Another goal that I have is I have an Instagram account. It's DoodleRobot42 at Instagram. I don't really know anything about Instagram. I hope I'm saying it right. A lot of people have found me there, and even though I only have like 4 or 5 pictures up that I put up many, many moons ago and never did anything else, people have found me and followed me. So thanks for that. I'm actually going to start uploading all the pictures that I've done, and I think I'm just going to start from the first picture I colored and maybe every day upload a picture or something like that. It's not going to be I'm not going to, camp out for a week and upload everything. That's not going to happen. It's going to be 1 a day kind of thing, maybe 2 a day if I'm feeling really spry. So, if you want me to follow you, find me on Instagram, and then you follow me and I'll follow you back. I don't know. Instagram totally perplexes me. when I set it up, you know, people on YouTube asked me if I had an Instagram account. I'm like, oh, I guess I got to open an Instagram account. I really didn't want to. I wasn't motivated to do so. And then it was so hard to upload the pictures. But then I didn't delete it because I couldn't figure out how to delete it. I wanted to delete it, but I couldn't find the delete button. So I just left it, and then a bunch of people followed, and I'm just like, okay. I guess I kind of figured out YouTube, so now I'll kind of figure out Instagram. I'm going to need to watch some videos. There was a recent Instagram accident where I spammed Carrie K. She has a YouTube channel and an Instagram account. I spammed her a whole bunch of pictures. I'm still sorry about that, Carrie K. Didn't mean to do that, but she's how do we make it stop? It's like, I don't know. Anyways, I'll try not to make mistakes like that in the future, but definitely going to need to watch some videos. So I am doing Instagram. And that's about it for kind of channel news and changes. We will now talk about current whips that I have going and buddy colors and stuff like that, and then other stuff that I want to do. So let's get started with that. All right, so current whips that are underway. A bunch of these you've seen already. We've got The Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. This one, you've seen, it's the Sherlock page. It's still, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's, oh, this looks like a mess. Hold on. Let's do this better. Let's be a little more professional here. All right, we don't need all the clutter. It's still in the same, now this is an altered page. I have a whole video on how I altered this page. Let me zoom you in a smidge. How I altered this page. There's a whole video on it. I think there's several videos, maybe. I can't remember. I altered the background to look like the Sherlock Holmes in the BBC, the new version, the modern day version. His kind of wallpaper, it's a simplified version of his wallpaper. I altered the pipe a little bit to put 221B in there. And eventually I'm going to, you know, decoupage on the phone thing and put the smiley face from the show in there. So that's in the same spot, I think, since when you last saw it. Nothing's been done there. So Sherlock Holmes is still to be finished. In my finished pages recently, I talked about my slow poke process. They all get done, and I don't really have that many whips, I don't think, compared to a lot of people, possibly. I'm not really sure. But they eventually get done. They just take me a while. I have the whip from Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia book, which I filmed it when I did the background sky, when I was using my new, and it's still the only time I have used them, my new Jane Davenport palette pastels back there. I think I did a How I Color Rocks page too, and maybe something else. I feel like I did something with the mushrooms, but I don't know. That's still in the same spot it was when last I showed it. Nothing's been done there, but it's not very far from being done. So I think this one probably high on the list to get done for July and August, I think. But you never know with me. I'm very emotional about it. It's like whatever draws me in the moment is what I do. And then the other long-standing whip is the Beauty of Horror 3. I took off the dust cover because it's white, I think. I didn't want it to get dirty. And this is the girl on the roller coaster. This is actually, I've done a little bit on here. I believe I've based the metal part of the roller coaster and I've based the wooden part. And oh, I did more on this. This is Inktense back here, this rainbowy stalactites or mites, whatever they are. I did it in Inktense, but I'm not super pleased with the intensity of the Inktense, and so I've been going over it with water-based markers and color pencil to make it just more vibrant. I have to have vibrant. I can't not have vibrant, so I altered this one. I just added the eyes. That's all I did to it. No big alterations there. So it's crept along a little bit. a tiny amount. So that continues on. I finished a whole bunch of whips, I believe, for my finished pages, so you can see those, some of the finished whips there. In Spooky Girl, I started something way back in May, I think, whenever the book came out. Actually, well, the date's not important. I will never find it. So I started this one. It's just based with alcohol markers thus far. And my goal for this one is I really like this very painterly, scratchy, cross-hatched style of the front cover. And I'm going to try to emulate that in the picture that I do. Now this looks like a crazy mess, but there was method to my madness here. I wanted these to be like tacky curtains, because I think a spooky girl would live in a house that had like tacky curtains and wallpaper and stuff like that. Even here on the front cover, hopefully you can see, we can see some tacky wallpaper in the back, and I don't know, those curtains aren't like anything I would hang in my house, but they look a little on the ragged side. So I'm kind of aiming for that with this page here. We'll see how it goes. And mostly I want to, try this scratchy style. It's very loose. It's not me at all, but I want to give it a try. It's good to practice other styles and techniques that you're not comfortable with. So I want to do that for myself. So we have a newer whip in Spooky Girl. I have a couple of buddy colors for the month of July, so these are probably going to take priority over maybe some of the other whips we shall see. This is, okay, I can't even say that. In my mind, I always call it Spook GBs, but that's not it at all. And it's by Tomislav Tomek, whose name I probably am not saying right either. But the first person who asked me to do a buddy color was Johanna at Jojozahana, and we decided on a Tomek book, mostly because I think I gave her a list, or she gave me a list, I can't remember, but of people's books I hadn't done anything in. So I haven't, because Tomek scares me a lot, like his stuff is just so great, I don't want to mess it up. That's why we're not starting with the other book, because the other book's even better than this book. So, but we had agreed to do this page, and I was supposed to start it in like May, but you can see it's not started at all yet, although I have some research on my phone of color schemes for the arabesque type wall here. And that's, I'm considering this wall to be much like I would consider background space. That's going to set the tone for everything else that I do on the page. So I was definitely going to, because there's so much of it, it's a major contributor. So not sure, Johanna, if I'm going to finish this in July. It's our birthday month. The goal was to, finish in our birthday month. So I'm going to try, though. Hopefully. I think I'm going to use this one, talking about, the new direction of my channel. I have a list here of all the viewer requests that people asked me, like in April and May, maybe even further back than that. How to color bricks, how to color a background in my, I'm assuming they wanted my nice smooth style. So I think I'm going to film the video with this one here, possibly. We shall see. For the background, how I do a background. Yeah, but I have a whole list of like how to do this and how to do that. So I think that's one of the first videos I'm gonna do. They've been waiting a long time, so I haven't forgotten. I just was busy with the end of school and life and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's a buddy color for July. Hopefully, gonna try to finish that. I also have a buddy color with Pixie from Pixie's Projects in Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. This one is a little bit started. This is for July as well. I did alter this one a bit. All that was on here was the fish and the little stars and bubbles. I drew on the sun, and of course just made a kind of a border there because, Nobody likes to color edge to edge and into the crack, so that's just with some colored pencils, the Pastelo pencils, and it's just a block coloring right now. I do plan, at first I was going to just do it block colored, but then I've decided as I was working on it that I'm going to do I think I'm going to do some paint, some acrylic paint on top of there. Make it look more atmospheric, possibly. We shall see. I could change my mind at any point, but that is another buddy color I have going on. I don't think that one will be too hard to finish. It looks fairly simple and straightforward, so that should be fun to do. They're all fun to do. What can I say? I just like coloring. Another one that's not a buddy color, it's another request from somebody, and I'm not sure, Psychedelic for Lana. So this was a viewer request. In Nice Little Town 4, it's the only Nice Little Town book that I have. She wants me to turn a page into a psychedelic page. I think her question was about how I alter pages and could I alter one to be psychedelic. And every time I have looked in this book several times now to try to find something. Every time I look here, I change the picture of what I want to do. So I'm going to look for something that is going to enable me to draw, to make the background really psychedelic and possibly even parts of the house psychedelic. And I was thinking something along the lines of putting a little sign that says, head shop or Dr. Love or, fresh made brownies or something, fresh made special brownies. I don't know. It's psychedelic. So, there's going to be some reference to something psychedelic there. Get your LSD here. I don't know. I've been watching Fringe lately and, what's his name? Dr. Walter is always like dropping acid and stuff. So I'm going to have to figure out what page I want to do that on. Oh wait, there's all these back ones here. So I don't know yet. I'll study it and figure something out. I'm going to try. I don't know if it's doable, but we shall see. I'm certainly going to do some psychedelic art research and hopefully try that one. All right. So other kind of dreams, we've done the whips that I have. Other dreams I have for hopefully upcoming future shows or posts, I should say. I have an idea for a coloring challenge tag. I don't like the idea of tags. I'll just tag everybody because, the teacher in me doesn't want to leave anybody out. And I think that I'm going to do the color thing, tag project thing in this book, just because it's new and I haven't done one in here. And I want to try that particular medium on this paper and see how it goes. So I will be doing it here. And when I issue the challenge, you can use any book you want, but the supply will be specific to. There'll be rules. I know. Johanna at Johanna will change all the rules and do it her own way, but there'll be like, a set of parameters to do it. So I want to try to get that, filmed hopefully in July when I have time to do such a thing. So that's kind of a goal. Hopefully that will happen. And then because they're new, and I have way more than this, these are some of my new design books that I got in June. I got them in June, I think. I want to do, I don't know which one I want to do, but I definitely want to do another design in one of these books. This is Amazing Patterns and Doodle by, there's flip-throughs of these, Joseph Raby. Intricate Patterns by Jade Summer. I didn't do a flip-through of this one. There's already flip-throughs of this online. Or Relaxation Patterns. I did a flip-through of this one. This is by Cocowyo. I want to do another design in one of these books. And I actually have more design books than this. I bought quite a few, but one of these design books, I think. At least one pattern, if not maybe more. We'll see how it goes. That's kind of a dream that I have for the next 2 months. Another dream, this one's high on the list actually. One of these books is going to get colored in because this is high on the list. It's probably going to be this book, Me Circus by not Ibragimov. I don't know if I said that right. I found these, I stumbled across these, I researched them as best I could. This was a blind buy. There's a video of this one on my channel of a proper flip through. There wasn't one online. So I did the whole flip through. I even tested this wonderful paper that's in here. This is like premium paper and it's awesome to color on. All coloring books should come with that paper. We have to revolt, people. We have to like insist or give us the option to buy the crappy paper or buy the nice paper. Give us two options. So this is really nice, but I think this one has pretty good paper too. I think I determined in that same video that this was a little bit better than the bargain basement paper that we normally get. I like this one just a smidge better than the other one, but they're both really, really good. I think I'm going to start with this one, but you never know. I'm very emotional when I pick a page, and even though I'm planning on doing this page, I may sit down one day to do it and then pick a totally different page. That's just the way I roll. We can count on nothing. Whatever calls to me in the moment is what we go with. So one of these is definitely getting done for July and August. That's a high priority for me. So these are really awesome books. Check out the flip throughs. It's all in one video if you want. Okay, another goal I have, and this is a lot of stuff, so this may extend beyond July and August. We may be into September and October here, but I don't really do, planning videos that often. I'd like to do one in one of these books. I don't know which one. I've recently done a whole bunch of dragon pictures, so the frogs may win out, and they're Amazon books, so I'm really liking kind of working on Amazon paper with the alcohol markers and then, colored pencils on top of that. So this book is just so cute. This is Dragon Life by Deborah Muller. I don't think I did a flip through over this one. I think there's plenty of flip throughs online. So I may do one from there or possibly the frog one. Like I said, I did a bunch of dragons already, and this frog book is so cute too. This is called Cute Frogs by Morgana Sky, sorry. So yeah, I really want to do some Amazon alcohol marker projects. That is calling to me very recently. That's also the appeal of the design books. I get to use alcohol markers, so that's kind of my new passion a little bit. So I believe there is, I saw flip throughs of this on Grumble Bunny and somebody else's channel. I can't remember who. But I think Grumble Bunny showed it in her finished pages, and I'm like, I gotta find a flip through of that because I need the frog book. So hopefully one of those will get a picture done in them. I have two of these. I have this is the classic comic book coloring book, and then there's one just like this. It says sci-fi and horror. I'd like to do another picture in one of these books. I haven't done one in this book, so maybe this book. These are very relaxing. This might be for August when I'm very stressed with the beginning of school, because you can just look up the historical cover and basically copy it. There's not much thinking involved. It's just match the colors and go kind of thing. In these books, I just use water-based markers and colored pencils because they're double-sided. So, yeah, I feel like come August, I'm definitely gonna want to work in that, as I won't have the energy for much else at the beginning of school. A couple of other things that I have. I have a long-standing It's not even it's not even a whip yet. It's just an idea. In Johanna Basford's World of Flowers, I have this thing that I started drawing on here. I have a background started. I haven't finished drawing the butterflies on there, jaggedy little butterflies. I've got some big flowers and some background stuff that I'm doing. It's only penciled in. Usually when I alter my books, this is gonna fall apart. Baby Yoda broke this page here. It's like just barely attached there. But when I do these alter pages, I usually like to video those. Those have been the ones I've always videoed in the past, me just inking them. But I'm going to try to do more videos of me, coloring and stuff. So that's a long-standing idea that needs to be done. And I have some ideas for some other books. I have an idea for this kind of futuristic cyborg, I don't know what she is, cyborg kind of page I have of how I will alter, well, not so much alter, but draw stuff in the background. I don't think I'm going to alter anything here. It all looks really good. So alter the background to fit with the theme of this. I have a good idea, and I do want to implement that. So hopefully that will come soon. That's Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson. And a new book that just came last week, I think, Botanical Wonderland. I have wanted this book for so long, since the beginning of coloring, I believe, because all of these look so sci-fi. They're so abstracted, and they look like they're from other planets. I haven't even broke the spine on this one. It'll be featured in my July haul, which I have a few, I think I have another book coming, and then I'll make my July purchase. I have it budgeted, but I have one in here that I formed an idea for just by watching flip-throughs of this book. So it seems like so obvious to me, like what I'm going to do here, but I don't know. Maybe it's not obvious to you, but like the picture lends itself so well to a certain thing. And in my mind, like everybody could possibly see this, but I don't know. Maybe you can't. I don't know. If you have thoughts on the matter, put it in the comment box. Maybe you see something I don't see. But anyways, it's a cool book, and I saw that it went on sale. It's always, like, whenever I see it, it's always like $16 on Amazon. And then one day I was looking through my Save for Later list, and it was $11, and I'm like, oh, buy right now. So I bought it when it went down. So that's Botanical Wonderland by Rachel Reinhardt. And that is kind of my whips, my dreams, my channel news and changes and updates and stuff like that. So I hope to see you in the same place in the future in July and August, hopefully for a few more color alongs and stuff like that. So I will see you then. Hopefully maybe have a few conversations with you on Instagram, whatever. I thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.